There was a man sitting in ashes, not because he walked away from God, but because life fell apart around him. His body broken, his children gone, his name dragged through the dust, and his friends, oh, they showed up. They had answers, they had verses, they had theology, but they didn't have compassion. One by one they spoke, explaining God, defending God, speaking about God, until one of them stood up and said, "God is great! Man is nothing! Even the stars are not pure in his sight! And man is just a worm!" And you know what? He wasn't wrong, but he wasn't right either. Because when truth has no mercy, it stops sounding like God. And from the ashes, Job lifts his voice. What a help you've been to the weak. What a strength you've given to me. You speak like you've seen the whole sky, but you've only touched what you see. You quote the stars and the heavens. You measure what you don't know, but you've never sat in this sorrow. You've never carried this load. You talk like you've reached the end, like you understand his hand. This is just a whisper of his ways, just a shadow of his voice. We hear a faint and distant echo, still we act like we have a choice. If this is all we understand, if this is all we claim to know, then who are we to stand so proud when we've only heard a whisper of his ways? The dead still tremble in the deep. The waters shake at his name. He stretched the north on empty space, hung the earth with no frame. He wraps the storms inside the clouds, yet they don't break or fall. He stills the chaos with his voice. Still, you don't know him at all. You speak of truth without the heart. You tear the wounded man apart. This is just a whisper of his ways, just the edge of what he's done. We speak like we have seen it all, but we've barely just begun. If his power shakes the heavens, if his voice commands the sea, then maybe we should learn to listen before we claim what we believe. You had the truth, but not the love. Truth without mercy is not from above. You had the words, but not his heart. You called him nothing, while God was still listening. This is just a whisper of his ways, and his thunder we can't contain. We hear a breath and call it knowledge, but we don't know his name. If all we have is just a whisper, then let that whisper lead to humility, to mercy, to everything we need. A whisper. That's all we've heard. And still, he holds it all.